Hi Fancy Fam! It's been almost a year since I have gone back from my study abroad exchange program in Paris, France for the spring semester of 2018, and I'm going to talk to you about how it's changed me ever since. Almost a year later, we're going to go from the smallest to biggest reasons it's had an impact on my life. But if you're planning on studying abroad in Europe anytime soon, I'll link my playlist about studying abroad and traveling so that you have tips and resources to make your time there even better. I'll also be revealing where I'm doing my second study abroad program and where I'm doing it and how long I'm doing it and stuff like that in this video. First reason is so obvious in my YouTube channel is that I talk about it all the time now. And I just loved my experience so much. It has made such a lasting impression on me that I talk about it in like normal conversations because I am such a big advocate for it. Another way it has changed me is that I try to stay updated with global current events as much as possible because people are always talking about them when you're with international people. And when I travel outside of the US, people ask about what's going on in our country often, so it's always good for me to be able to talk about it and make sure they understand my stance and opinion on what's going on. Or learning that abroad has really helped me make sure I understand what's going on in my own country whenever even when I stay in the country, just so I know what's going on. Studying abroad has also changed my perception of the US. When I left and when I applied to study abroad, I thought America sucked. We were going through such bad things politically and socially. It just made me think that we are so racist and all these other bad things that are really important to me. So I wanted to leave and see what it was like in other countries. Sometimes when you live somewhere for so long, or even if you live there for a little bit, all you see are the bad things that happen or that are there. You don't often see like the good stuff until you leave or you miss it. And that's definitely what it took for me to appreciate what America does have to offer. So when I was in France, I definitely realized some good things about the US that I missed. One of the things I missed was like my family and loved ones that are in the United States, and then the people that are advocates for better social equality in the United States, because while I was in France I realized it's different there in aspects like this. It just made me appreciate that even though, yeah, the US isn't going through many good things, it also has a really big group of young people that are trying to change things and realize the problems that are going on and are willing to stand up for them and tear down some barriers that the country has built. While in France, I didn't really experience that. And instead, I just experienced people being okay with what's wrong racially. Basically, I missed the woke. I missed woke people. That was a good thing that study abroad has done for me, because now I appreciate my home country even more because of the people that make it what it is, or make it what it's going to hopefully soon become. Study abroad has also changed how I am viewed professionally. I went to all these fashion events, and then I got into London and Paris Fashion Week. That has really helped me get jobs in fashion, which was my ultimate goal in life. They see that honor that I put on my resume and they are really impressed, and I've so far gotten all the fashion jobs I've wanted because I think that really made my resume stick out. And then just the fact that studying abroad is on my resume is really impressive to people in the United States, specifically employers, because if they haven't studied abroad, they think it's really cool that you did that. And then if they have studied abroad, they understand how important it is and how wonderful and useful this life experience becomes. On a very fundamental level, studying abroad changed the places I've been to. So before, I just stayed in the United States. I've never left. My parents never took me, even though they've taken my younger siblings, and I just never had the opportunity again to leave until studying abroad. I moved to a new country, and while I was in that new country, I visited other countries. So now I went from going to one country to going to multiple countries. The people I met while I was on my exchange program have changed my life themselves, but the fact that I have even gotten the opportunity to be friends with people all over the world is just life-changing, period. I have friends everywhere now, and I'm even more motivated to see them and keep up my relationships with them because they were part of my life during such a significant period, and I want to see them again. I'll be seeing some of them during my exchange or even a little bit after my exchange that is coming up. And while I am on my new or second exchange program, I'm going to be making new friends that I hope to cherish just as much as I did with my first set of exchange friends. All the people that I have become close to during that semester abroad has motivated me to try even harder to be able to travel so that I can actually see them and visit their country and homeland and experience it firsthand and not just through the stories. So culture is a really big thing that I have come to learn and like about traveling. It's not just about what I grew up with for traveling, which is like having fun and leisure, just relaxing on a beach and stuff like that. It's more meeting people, understanding their lives. Follow my Instagram for my travel photos and destinations because I've been to a good amount of places and I still post pictures about them because I take more pictures while I'm on vacation than I do when I'm not. I think this is a really big one that a lot of people talk about when they talk about studying abroad, is that they learn more about themselves, which I definitely did. I learned like a good amount of things I like and don't like, whether it's where I live, how I travel, the kind of life I want to live, even what makes me happy versus unfulfilled. I also learned how out of touch I am with my Asian heritage because I've only grown up in America, which has motivated me to learn languages even more because there were so many people that knew so many different languages and I only knew English. I came into France knowing a little bit of French from like high school, but it wasn't enough, and now I want to learn it even more. I got to practice it a little bit a couple weeks ago in Morocco, which I have a video coming up about that, and then I want to learn Vietnamese even more because I don't think learning a language surface level is enough at all. So I definitely only want to focus on very few languages to try to actually know them and be able to communicate well with them. Like this video if you want to learn a language or get better at a language you're learning, because I don't want to be alone. I want to learn Vietnamese and be able to use it and improve it while I am on my next exchange. Hopefully I'll be able to visit Vietnam. We're getting closer to finding out where I'm going. I also now defend Asian people even more since my exchange because I've come to realize that many people are pretty ignorant about the many diverse cultures that are in this giant continent, and not even just the different cultures within it, but the cultures of Asian people outside of Asia, because there's also a lot that don't actually live in Asia. I want to learn more about the different cultures within Asia, not just the countries, but the minority groups within those countries as well, because there's a lot. So I decided to do my next exchange program in Asia, just so I can be more in touch with my roots. It will be next semester, so fall 2019 in Hong Kong at the Chinese University at Hong Kong, and I already have a friend there that was on exchange last semester, and he isn't Chinese, he's not a Hong Konger, he's actually Taiwanese, and he goes to school at CUHK. So I know that they are gonna have a good range of different people I can learn about and meet, become friends with, and I'm ready and excited to learn about where they're from and what they think and everything about their lives, honestly. If you have any suggestions or tips about visiting and living in Hong Kong, please comment them down below. I'm gonna have a lot of opportunities to do things in the city, and I am so excited to try so many different foods, meet so many different people, have so much fun, and do everything that Hong Kong has to offer. If you know of any activities I should do in Hong Kong, I hear hiking and a lot of nature stuff is really big there, and I would love to do that. And comment down what you liked best about Hong Kong and what I really should be doing while I'm there. The last way that study abroad has changed me is now I have a mindset where I don't think anything is impossible. I accomplished like all my childhood dreams while I was over there, and I lived in a new country, and I did all this crazy things that I never thought I could do like as a kid. Like I thought it was just a dream that I had, an idea that I thought would be cool, and I actually did it. So now I feel like I can do anything I put my mind to, which is why I think I can do another exchange, because I think if I really wanted it and if I really work for it, I can get it done, and I can find ways to finance it resourcefully. That's why I've been doing so many different projects, because I never know where it's gonna go, and if I really like it and I want it to take off, then I think it can if I just work for it and if I make it happen. And it's all me and overcoming any barriers or obstacles that get in my way, because I make the decision on how my life goes, and so does everyone else. And honestly, if there's anything you take away from this video, is that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to if you really wanted it and then you actually work for it. You don't make excuses for why it's not working, you find solutions instead. So with that said, this year I'll be going to 5 out of the 7 continents, because after I am done with my semester, I plan to go to Australia. And I had just came back from my spring break in Europe at Madrid and Morocco, a country in North Africa, which I have videos coming up too, so make sure you subscribe for more videos on the process of becoming an exchange student, moving, my time there in Hong Kong, and push the notification bell for just more travel videos, studying abroad advice, and fun things that are coming up. You'll also be part of the Fancy Fam, which is like my little family here on YouTube. You'll also be a feminist in the Fancy Fam. So make sure you dream big and work towards them, and don't stop until you get there, or just go home. Dream big or go home. Bye, feminists. The quality is so good.